Hey, so in this video I show you how to make meat in aspic on your own. First of all, we need some pieces of meat. I'm using pork here. Have a bit of pork, like cuts that are over from sausage making, and a pure pork leg. However, you can use different cuts, that's no problem. Then some onions, bay leaves, black pepper, salt, and some allspice. You could also use caraway seeds, however, I'm not using them, but they work really nice with the pork. Then some vinegar and water. And I would say, let's start. First of all, we put the vinegar into a pot, then add all the spices, salt, the onions, then put water onto it, and then we put the meat into it, and then we let it cook for roughly 2 to 3 hours, depends a bit on how big the meat is. The important part here is after you cooked it, you let it cool down, and the meat should be tender, but like not completely fall off the bone, because we want to still have some structure. Then you get a knife and get the meat off the bone. And then the next part is to cut it into pieces. Here, again, different variations. You can cut them into pieces that you like. For me personally, I like to chop 50% like very finely and the other 50% a bit coarser. This way I have like a nice structure in the final aspic, but that's completely up to you. Once we chop them fine, you can also put the broth through a sieve. And then in order to strengthen up the gelatin, I add some aspic powder, mix everything well. Also taste for seasoning, put some salt in if you need to, and then you put the cooled down meat into glass jars and put the aspic broth on top of it. And that's basically it for now. The only step we are missing is to let it cool down and let it set, put it into the fridge, and then here you have it, the final product. This is a classic way of serving it. What you could also do is to warm up the glass a bit and then put it on the top side. Then it will come out of the glass and you can serve it on a plate. However, you need to make sure that you don't make it too hot, because otherwise you will have a lot of broth like flowing around, and that's also not so nice. So I would say let's give it a taste test. As you can see here, the aspic has like a nice strength to it. It's not completely solid, but it's also not like completely like jello. And taste wise, yeah, you have good pork flavor, then also a bit the vinegar note of the aspic. It comes together like really nice. As always, the full recipe is below. If you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.